Hey YouTube, it's Erica, and today is Thursday, January 24th, 2013, and I'm back to record my week 39, which is my 9-month post-op surgiversary. So first things first, the numbers. I started my journey late March 2012 at a high weight of 228.3. I had the vertical gastrectomy on April 26, 2012, and weighed in at 215.6 pounds. As of today, 9 months later, I am 141 pounds exactly. So since my last update, which was about 3 weeks ago, I've actually gained 0.4 pounds. And it's interesting because I've really fluctuated between 141 and 138. I think the lowest I've gone was like 138.4, I think, one day, and then I'll bounce back up, and I've actually been up to 142, 142.8 at certain points, so I'm kind of going up and down, and a lot of that's really behavioral. I'll kind of go up and then change my behavior a bit, and then it'll come back down, and then I start grazing, and then it goes back up, and so I haven't really been consistent with being good. But that aside, so gain a little bit, however, as I don't know how accurate it is, my body fat percentage is 25.3, which actually also is a bit up because I was in the 24 range, and so I don't really like seeing the 25s again. If you can look up different body fat measurements for women, and there's different classifications, and so I think I've always said that my goal ultimately isn't a number on the scale, it's a body fat percentage, and that body fat percentage is 20. And I came to that number because I found a chart where obese is 32% or greater. An acceptable range is 25 to 31. A fitness range is 21% to 24, and this is again for women. And then athletes are 14 to 20%, and then essential fat is 10 to 12. So to me, to be kind of in the bottom tier of the athlete category of 20% body fat would probably be good. And so right now I'm kind of at the cusp of being in between fitness and being like acceptable, like healthy, I guess, or anyways. So, and that was something I just pulled off the internet. There's actually a lot of different charts that I found. Some of them are a little bit more tailored towards ages and such, and this is just simply men versus women. So anyway, so my goal has always been 20% body fat. So I've been hovering somewhere in the high 24s, and so now whenever I get back into the low 140s, it goes back up to kind of like the low 25% range. But calculating my lean mass off of that, my lean mass is 105.33 pounds, which is actually slightly higher than it was 3 weeks ago by a very marginal amount. So it means that of the 0.4 pound gain, 0.24 pounds is fat, so a quarter of a pound, which is pretty nominal. So essentially, I'm just maintaining, and I'm just kind of bouncing up and down a little bit. But anyways, so calculating my ideal weight at 20% body fat, my ideal weight would be 131.66 pounds. So that means I now have 9.34 pounds to go. So anyway, so it's really time to refocus, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Some other numbers. Since my surgery 9 months ago, I've lost 74.6 pounds, and then since my high weight, late March last year, I've lost 87.3 pounds. So I really am a different person. I just have that little bit to go. And so I'm finally feeling like I might have a little bit of fuel underneath my butt to do it. But okay, so let's talk about some things. So first off is hair loss. I haven't talked about that in a while, I think. And I wanted to bring up the fact that I've been noticing a whole bunch of like baby hairs that are about like maybe an inch, inch and a half long. So over the last, I'd guess, the last few months, I stopped losing hair and then it started growing back. So anybody who's kind of in that I don't know when I started losing it. Was it 3, 4 months in? And then maybe at about 7 months it kind of stopped falling out. It was like crazy, just handfuls, and I have pretty thin hair and I lose a lot anyway, so it wasn't fun. And around my hairline I saw it the most. And so now when I put my hair back, I've kind of tried to push it down with some pomade and spray and stuff, but now I've got these tiny little baby hairs that are sticking up all around my scalp. So I welcome them to my baby hairs to the family. So anyone who's experiencing a large amount of hair loss, I would say just be patient. I've been seeing a lot of posts on boards where people are just lopping off their hair because they're losing a lot and they're discouraged by it. And I guess if you want to change, that's great. I personally, it takes me forever to grow my hair, and so it was about maybe yay long in, I think I started growing it around 2009-ish. And so it's about here now, and I mean, I refuse to cut it off again. In fact, I have nightmares sometimes. They're not really nightmares, but I have dreams that I like decided to change my hairstyle because I've done it a million times, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, my hair, it's there. So anyways, so if you like your hair and you're just discouraged, just be patient and take biotin and take your vitamins and protein, and it'll come back. So that's hair. Another thing is I had my appointment with my surgeon, Dr. Cirangle, last Wednesday. I haven't seen him in many months. It's been a few months since I've even been in the office. I want to say it was sometime, gosh, I don't actually know, October-ish. And I saw his surgeon assistant, and I think I mentioned I didn't care for that appointment for multiple reasons. And then before that, I think I probably saw him in maybe August or something like that. And so it was a good appointment. One of my questions, well, I had a few questions for him. One was going to be my goal. My mom is already commenting that I'm getting too thin. She thinks my face is starting to look kind of just starting to look too thin. And she's like, please stop losing weight, which is really strange to hear. And so I said to him, kind of, this is the concern, and he kind of discounted it, to be honest. And he's like, kind of ignore that. He wants me to lose 10 more pounds, so 130. And he said part of the reason is, and he wasn't so much saying you need to lose 10 pounds, it was more like, how do you feel about where you are? And I'm like, quite honestly, I'm pretty comfortable. I really just have spots that I want to take fat off of, but overall, like, I don't feel like I overall want to lose weight. It's more like there's certain spots I'd like to kind of sculpt and stuff. And he said, well, if you're happy where you are at like 140 to 145, then you really should lose 10 more pounds, because in the year after surgery, it's not uncommon, it's not mandatory, but it's not uncommon that people will gain back 10 to 15 pounds. And he's like, it could be behavioral, it could be, I think he was mostly, it seemed like he was leaning or attributing it mostly to behavior, like people are exercising less, maybe getting maybe just a little bit more complacent, and possibly just more lax on their diet and so forth, which I have already experienced. And he's like, and I said, well, I feel like I can eat whatever I want now, and I either don't gain weight, or I think I told him I don't gain, which is true most of the time. I don't gain weight if I have a day of grazing. And he's like, that will change. Like, I don't see how it can, but whatever. So he's basically like, lose 10 more pounds. Worst thing that happens, you don't want to be 10 pounds lighter, then you gain it back. And I'm like, I don't really see how that's going to be so easy, but all right. So I need to lose 10 more pounds by my 1-year anniversary, which is in 3 months. So I need to get back on track. And the other thing that I talked to him about, so my main focuses were really like, what should my goal be? And then the second was the boob job, because I'm like, I kind of just want to get his opinion. And he had a couple things. One was, if I want to have a kid, if I want to have a child, I should wait until after my body goes through that, so I'm not getting great boobs and then having to fix them after childbirth. I mean, I'm almost 37, and I don't really know that it's going to happen. I would really like it to, but I don't have a boyfriend, and I don't have the means right now for that to happen. I could make it happen. Anyways, I don't know if it's going to happen. So, so anyway, and then the other thing he said was that it's best to kind of wait until your body settles in. He's like, you haven't stopped losing weight. You're not at your, you're not settled into your kind of final resting place, if you will. So he's kind of saying, you know, let your body kind of get adjusted to where it is. So he thinks that I should wait. And so coupled with that, and that obviously held some weight, I had two reasons why I'm coming to the decision that I think I should wait. Primarily, financial. I don't have, you know, $10,000 to just give to somebody right now to have this done. And so I think I need to be a little bit more fiscally responsible. So I don't know that I want to go into debt for that right now. So that's one reason, and that's probably the primary reason. And the second one is, if I get a boob job, I'm going to be kind of out of commission in terms of working out for a good 3 weeks. I'll probably be out of commission until I'm really starting to work out harder for about 4 weeks. I can walk and stuff, but I'm certainly not going to be able to swim. The surgeons have said, like, 3 weeks we can start swimming again, but I'm like, this isn't really just like paddling around. This is pretty intensive, you know, upper body. I don't think I'm going to be able to really like jump in and start working out hard for a good month. So if I need to lose 10 more pounds by my 1-year anniversary, I think I need to have that be my first focus and meet that goal before I start altering my body. So anyways, that's kind of my reasons for waiting, and I don't know how long I'll wait. I want to do Tough Mudder no later than September. There are two. There's one in July. I don't think I'll be ready for July. And then there's one in September. So if I do the one in September, then maybe sometime after that. But we'll see. So boob job's on hold. And then, let's see. So my commitment for this week, this feels like a big commitment, but I should be able to do it. It's also that time of month, or it's just starting, so I'm hoping that, sorry if that's TMI, but I'm kind of hoping that some weight will come off after, yeah, I'm hoping that some weight will come off as a result of getting through this week. But anyways, so my commitment this week, I don't want to say this, but I want to lose 4 pounds this week. So 137 would be my goal. And to get there, first of all, tracking in myfitnesspal.com. I've been really bad about that, and I hesitate to even commit to that because I don't know that I really will do it. But maybe just a few days. Maybe if I commit to maybe 3-4 days instead of a whole week, I can do that. So 3-4 days this week. Swim 3 times this week, obviously. Gym 2 times this week. I don't know what I'll do. Maybe a couple classes or something. And then I'm pretty sure I'm going to be taking a hike depending on the weather on Saturday, and I may be hiking with a friend on Sunday. So maybe 2 hikes, 1 to 2 hikes this week. So, and then what I'm going to eat, just knock out some of the carbs that I've been eating. I've been eating a lot of like cookies and bread and stuff like that. So kind of just go back to basics: protein shakes, Greek yogurt, cheese, eggs, and then if I get carbs or sugar, it's going to be from like coffee, and I'm not going to change that. But knock out some of the garbage that I've been eating. So that's my commitment for this week, and I really hope that I get there. And I guess if I lose 4 pounds, that's like almost half of what I need to lose. So, I don't know, that seems ambitious. That's really what I want to do. So, okay, how long is this now? 14 minutes. It's not too bad for me. Okay, so that's it. I don't think I have anything else. That was the main stuff. If I forget something, I'll come back on with a supplemental video, but I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you for all the comments. Hopefully I'll respond to some. And next week, I'll be back. 4 pound loss. See you later. Bye.